On the vast stage of Earth, where forests rise like cathedrals, oceans whisper ancient stories, and deserts guard secrets scorched by the sun, there exists a group of creatures whose greatness doesn't lie in their size, but in their number. Today, we investigate a question that seems simple, yet reveals the true scale of life on our planet. How many insects exist in the world? Before we dive into this microscopic universe, a quick invitation. If you're passionate about nature and believe wildlife deserves to be celebrated every day, then you'll love exploring our online store, shopbioweb.com. There you'll find shirts, accessories, and home decor inspired by the most incredible animals on the planet, all created for people who love biodiversity. What now? Get ready, because the answer to how many insects exist is bigger than any human imagination. Scientists estimate that there are roughly 10 quintillion insects alive on Earth. Yes, you heard that right, 10 quintillion individuals. To put that in perspective, for every human being, there are about 1.3 billion insects. For every star in the Milky Way, there are 50 million insects on Earth. In total biomass, insects rival and, in some scenarios, surpass the biomass of all humans combined. These numbers aren't just speculation. They come from decades of ecological studies, trapping methods, area sampling, and population calculations conducted across diverse biomes, from humid tropical forests to temperate grasslands. And even then, this is only the tip of the antenna, because the insect world hides an even greater mystery. How many insect species exist? Today, science formally recognizes about 1 million insect species, but estimates suggest that many millions of species have yet to be described. But why? Because most insects live in remote environments, such as the canopy of tropical forests, deep layers of soil, barely explored caves, and ephemeral microhabitats like rotting tree bark. In 1982, entomologist Terry Irwin conducted a historic experiment in Panama. He sprayed an eco-friendly insecticide into the canopy of a few trees and collected the insects that fell. The result? About 1,200 species with more than 160 never before described, all from a single tree. This study forever changed how we understand biodiversity. It showed that the world of insects is so vast that we may never fully catalog it. If this video is already expanding your mind, here's a different kind of request. Don't let these numbers vanish like a butterfly in the wind. Give this video a like, share it with someone who loves the planet, and subscribe to the channel to continue our journey through the wild world. Your support is what keeps this digital ecosystem alive. Behind these astronomical numbers lies a fundamental truth. The planet depends on them. About 75% of all crops cultivated by humans rely, to some degree, on pollinators, most of them insects. Without them, we would lose apples, almonds, blueberries, pumpkins, coffee, and much of the world's flowers. Decomposition. Beetles, ants, and flies play an active role in recycling organic matter. Without them, the planet would be buried under layers of leaves and decomposing bodies. Biological control. Ladybugs devour aphids. Dragonflies eat mosquitoes. Parasitic wasps keep entire pest populations under control. Food base. For birds, frogs, lizards, fish, and even some mammals, insects form the foundation of their diets. Without insects, the world would not only lose biodiversity, it would lose balance. But we still have one more question to answer. Why is it so difficult to count insects? Because they are masters at occupying every ecosystem on Earth, except the deep ocean. Hiding during the day, transforming completely through metamorphosis, multiplying at staggering rates. A single female housefly can lay up to 500 eggs in her lifetime. Some ant colonies can house millions of individuals. Termites can form super colonies with hundreds of millions of insects, all working in perfect synchrony. And of course, there's the scale factor. In just 1 square meter of healthy soil, tens of thousands of insects can live, many invisible to the naked eye. More than half of all known insect species live in tropical forests. And when a forest falls, hundreds of species can disappear before they're ever discovered. It is estimated that every year, humanity loses thousands of insect species, many before they are even recorded. This silent loss is a warning. Without these tiny ecological engineers, entire ecosystems collapse. Now, let's look at some insect world records. Fastest? The dragonfly, capable of flying over 55 kilometers per hour. Strongest? The rhino beetle, able to lift 850 times its own weight. Loudest? The cicada, whose call can reach 120 decibels, as loud as a rock concert. Most numerous? Ants, an estimated 20 quadrillion of them on Earth. Each species, each behavior, each evolutionary adaptation carries a story written over hundreds of millions of years. Now, the big answer. How many insects exist? We don't know precisely, and maybe we never will, but the best scientific estimates point to 10 quintillion living individuals spread across every continent and ecosystem on Earth. And this number is always changing, pulsing like a living organism that breathes through soils, forests, cities, deserts, and even inside our homes. The question, how many insects exist, is not about mathematics. It's about humility in the face of life's complexity. Explore shopbioweb.com, where passion for nature meets contemporary style. Discover an exclusive collection of clothing, accessories, and home decor with animal-themed designs, carefully curated to add a wild touch to your everyday life. Connect with biodiversity while expressing your love for animals through fashion with BioWeb.
Let's explore the wild together.